Mostly all men committed to positively impact millions of people's lives.
Are you guys all in?
I wish we all in.
I'm all in. Pretty much. I'm all in because I'm here.
It's the very statement that I embrace every day, and those in the executive team, our employees, and those that are closest to it, is we all know that Solavei makes life better for everyone. So we have a belief and feeling that we're going to tell everyone we know about it. About what we have in front of us today. And to think it all began
With mobile.
So many people thinking it's just this mobile services company. 12 months ago. And how many of you across the United States who have talked about it, shared it, and people just thought it was a mobile services company? No different than one day they thought Jeff Bezos and Amazon was just a book company on the internet.
Come on.
Give me like a church moment here. This is some serious stuff. Ready? So, it has become commonplace. In fact, it's become standard business to treat people as a means to an end. You expect it. On the internet, well, I don't pay anything for that Yahoo account, therefore what do I expect? I expect they're going to take my data and they're going to sell it to other people and they're going to hit me with a bunch of spam all day, but it is what it is, right? We see it every day in our society and treat it as a means to an end. And normalize it. But what we're doing here, we are changing the fundamental brain work, the circuitry going on right here. We're changing people's perspective. Because you know what? Every single person should be treated as an end in and of themselves.
Yeah.
The value that they provide, the value that they create, should be value that they participate in. And doing good should be good business. And we're going to take that, what is amazing to me that it's a revolutionary concept, because it should be normal, but it's not. And we're going to flip that back the way it should be.
Come on.
And when people look back on
Church.
every
He
single
said
one
church
of you,
moment.
and they look back on the first year of Solavei and the creation of a social commerce network. And a few years from now, when they actually go and they see a company or see a person, and they're sitting there and like, they don't treat you fair, they don't give you what you deserve, you're not participating in what's getting created, you're going to step back and say, that ain't right. I ain't going there anymore. I ain't going to Google. I ain't going to Facebook. I ain't going to Yahoo anymore. I'm going to Solavei. You know, I had a journalist ask me a few months ago. We were talking about it. She goes, wow. She goes like, so how big do you think Solavei can get? And I seriously took a moment, I thought about it. I'm like, you know, you've now understood what we're up to. You tell me anyone who wouldn't want to be part of Solavei. Explain to me why you wouldn't. So literally everyone on the planet should be part of Solavei.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Alright then. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring up a very good friend. But it's so profound. It really is. And that's the virtuous circle.
So simple.
That is social commerce.
Yet so profound.
Alright, so we got someone here who she absolutely would have wanted to be here tonight, but she couldn't make it tonight. She's Abby Conrad, and she heads up all prepaid cards for First Data, our partner in this. She's got over 3 million cards underneath her right now that she works with, over 3,000 different companies. And let's see what she's got to say from the perspective of someone who's the largest transaction provider on the planet. What's up, Abby?
As First Data being the largest transaction processor in the world for financial transactions, we sit in a great position to partner with companies like Solavei. We are very excited to be partnered with you for your Share and Earn program, to be a core engine behind your Solavei card, and now play a really strong role with the Solavei marketplace. First Data is glad to be your partner. Happy first birthday. I wish I was there for the fun.
check out Marketplace. We're still working on it. And when we launch it, we will launch it and it'll be ready. This is a serious, serious bit of business because this is messing with financial stuff. Right? This is messing with banks. And you gotta make sure it's rock solid. It's gonna be rock solid, and we're gonna launch it here in a couple of weeks, all right? So stay tuned. But in the meantime, get that card loaded up, okay? Get everyone in your network activated, get their cards ready. Now, so what kind of stuff are you gonna see in there? What kind of value? Significant stuff. Significant stuff. Over 16,000 offers will be available across the country. Well, 440 e-commerce providers. 16 of the top 30 retailers are on board. This is big stuff, big savings. And here's the kicker. You normally roll up your coupons, you get to buy one, get ones, you get all your other good stuff, right? And then when you roll up to the cash register, you're like, boom, purple car. Boom, guess what? You get all those discounts, plus you get the cash back we're kicking. That is big stuff, right?
Yes.
That's very big stuff. And then, it all evolves, like everything in this business. It all evolves. It all starts. You got my Solavei. So here's where we're starting. Right?
Shopping experience that makes everyday shopping less expensive for social members. Solavei Marketplace gives you cashback offers from top major retailers like Old Navy, Petco, Target, Starbucks, and many more. You'll also find great deals from local merchants in your area. Simply become a Solavei social member. Activate your Solavei card and then get ready to shop and save in Solavei Marketplace. Shop on your computer, from your phone, and wherever your day takes you. The savings are automatically added to your Solavei card. Just swipe and save. You can make purchases from the income you receive from sharing Solavei and transfer funds from your bank, PayPal, and thousands of reload locations nationwide. And soon you'll be able to earn with members of your network share Solavei Marketplace. You get rewarded and they get great savings. Solavei Marketplace is changing the world of commerce without changing your day. Easy to save, rewarding to share. Solavei Marketplace. Savings made simple.
That's some good stuff! Alright. So, what's it all about? Let's go down to some of the nuggets here. Cars, right? You go high end. You never even open up the hood.
That's right.
But you know what's inside that car. You know when you put on the gas pedal, you'll let it go. So that's what we built you. We built you the engine to help you go. Right? Now what we're doing is we're lighting that up. Now we're adding intelligence. Now we're adding automation. Now we're capitalizing on what we've invested in. Now we're going to start telling you, hey, guess what? Boom, prospect visited the site. Go reach out to it, check it out. Hey, guess what? That member just came in and enrolled. Hey, next up, we shipped them a SIM card. Would you love to know that automatically? Hey, guess what? The service got activated. Their data works, their settings work. If they don't work, we'll help you fix them automatically. Hey, you just got your first trio. Hey, guess what? You just got money put on your card. Right? All of this is the automated features that we're delivering inside the platform to enable this revolution, to power this revolution. And all of you should feel a sense of comfort and a sense of strength. And what we've put together, what we've put out there, we'll continue to build upon. Make sense?
Yeah.
Pretty cool? So, now, how are we doing though? But guess what? We got 50% of you folks coming into this thing on a regular basis. That is huge. No one gets that kind of access. We've got 750,000 contacts in the contact tracker. We've got over 4 million outreaches been sent out there. We've got over 2 million people that have looked at that stuff. That is huge in your first year. You guys have done that. Over 8 billion social media impressions in our first year. That's insane numbers. Over 3 million people have come in to check us out from the site for your activities. And we're talking 250,000 people have joined this cause because of your efforts. That is big. So give yourself a round Can you hear? You know, no one ever says, you can't hear me. Alright, so here we are this time last year, right? We have been literally, for all of you who are here, enduring the early days of beta, right? You know what we're all going through. Well, we were going to launch this thing on September 21st. We declared our date. And we were doing, like, multiple releases a day at times, right? Now, here we are the night before launch, and we need to do something that we never ever do in technology. We need to do another release. But we had to do it. We had to get the final features in. Up all night, do the release, load it all into our cloud system from Microsoft, and it doesn't turn on. It does not turn on. No one can explain it. It does not turn on. It's about 4 in the morning. I decided to go home and take a shower. Everyone's going crazy. Literally, we got people from India, South America. We got all the top people from Microsoft trying to figure this thing out. Go home, take a shower. I walk to and from work. I'm walking back to work, having a quiet moment. And it occurs to me. We've been working really hard. But we haven't really taken a moment to appreciate and understand the power of what we're about to do.
Yeah.
So I got back in, the bridge was still on, and I got to my office and I fired up the bridge, and everyone's screaming at each other, everyone's freaking out. I'm like, I want everyone to take a moment and pray to whatever higher power you got up there, and just accept and acknowledge this moment. We shut down the bridge, we took a few moments, and I kid you not, this system came on. We are here on purpose.
Yes, we are.
Accept, acknowledge, appreciate purpose. Alright, so let's talk a little about what we're up to here. So, what we've been up to is building a social commerce network. And what's underneath that is a very, very complex, elaborate social commerce platform. And let me just tell you a little bit about this platform, because it's critical to understand. First up, it's all about bringing in mobile. It's all about the telco platform, right? But then it gets bigger. Because then we've got to bring in the ability to actually ship SIM cards and the ability to understand orders and fulfill those orders. We've got to be able to take payments. We've got to be able to pay people. We've got to be able to handle all the processing involved in payments. And then we've got to build the whole front end associated with what you see from the member side, what you see from the marketing side, all that stuff. And then we've got to connect it all up as it relates to what you do with care.
Brian Long saw the value of the Solavei vision from the very beginning, and that vision led him to becoming a key investor in Solavei. He's also been very successful, creating several multi-billion-dollar companies in the technology industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Brian Long.
Hi Ryan, congratulations to everybody on an outstanding first year for Solavei, with over 250,000 new members joining. This is an amazing success story in such a short period of time. Absolutely outstanding. Solavei has a fantastic opportunity to be the leader.
Works, has a vision, he has a dream, it's disruptive, and it's going to happen. Jim Ryan is providing the technology. Steve and Alan, they're behind the scenes. They want it. I can tell you every time they get into a board meeting, they want it. And what we're talking about is 60 million is not even close. Not even close. So it's either build big or go home. Thank you. That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes.
No. As a board member, I'm not happy about that. 60 million is not enough. So when I sit in the boardroom with Ryan, or I talk to him on the phone, what we talk about is how do we get to $1 billion? And I don't want to stop at $1 billion. I want to go to $2 billion and then $3 billion. Now imagine $3 billion in $1 bills in this room. That's what you have to think about. So if you're with me, I want you to be a board member for right now. And I want you to think about talking to Ryan every day and controlling him. Think about controlling him for just a second. Right? The very first thing you have to have is you have to dream big. Now I mean big. If we're thinking of dreaming small, get out of here right now. I don't even want to talk to you if you're dreaming small. You got to dream really big. And that's Ryan works. Ryan, when I sat down with him at a coffee shop just a couple miles from here when we first talked about this, it was not what you see right now. It was a product roadmap that is big. Very, very big. And it's being unfolded. And it will keep being unfolded. But it's not to produce a $60 million company. That's not enough. It's to produce a $1 billion company, and that's what we've got to work on together. And there's a whole team behind him. As I talked to Jim Ryan and I talked to Steve, they're all part of that team dreaming big. And it is a very, very big dream. You've got to believe. Then you got to innovate. This company is innovating right now. So when we went after Redbox, we sat down and I presented the idea of Redbox to the board. The board goes, great, that's a $20 million idea. And I said, no, that's not a $20 million idea. That's a $1 billion idea.
Yeah.
And then I went to Wall Street and I told Wall Street about my idea. And there was 1,000 people there that booed me off the stage because they said Blockbuster going down the tube, Hollywood Entertainment going down the tube, the movie theaters dysfunctional. You want to put DVDs in a kiosk? That's not a $1 billion idea. Oh yes it is. It did $2.3 billion. If you want to be a $1 billion company, you have to have the right product at the right time, and that's where Solavei is right now. It is the right product. It is the right time right now. You have to break down barriers. You can't do what everyone else is doing. You can't do it the way that's always been done before. When I sit down with Jim Ryan, and you'll hear from him shortly, that's what Jim Ryan's doing. He's breaking down barriers every single day so that we can become that company. And you've got to have something that the consumer wants. And I can tell you by the growth that we've done in a single year, the consumers want this product. They want you to tell them about this product. It is the right idea. It is the right time. We are innovating right now. Ryan talked about technology. I'll tell you, if you want to be that big company, the technology's got to make my life easier. It's got to make your life easier. I'm tired of buying gadgets that don't make my life easier. This product does make our lives easier. That's what we need. We need easy consumer access. When you sign on to the webpage, we need to have that easy consumer access. But
That's right, baby.
I look forward to what you have in store for you the next few minutes. Have fun.
Good party day.
You've heard the expression, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Oh, that's good.
How important your network is. Iron sharpens iron, and the people that are with it. When I stood on stage with you a year ago at the EMP in Seattle, like so many people here tonight, I was so impressed by the people that you brought into the fold. The wise men and women that are part of your Team Solavei. And we're going to hear from more of those people tonight. This incredible team that is behind you, Ryan. And I know you agree with me, everybody, how important it is to have a great team. That's what it's all about. Up next, let's hear from the former chairman and CEO of AOL, the former chief digital officer of News Corp, a member of the board of directors for Solavei. Ladies and gentlemen, John Miller.
It's been an amazing first year. We have hundreds of thousands of members already. And next year we're going to define social commerce for an even bigger group of people. It's good.
What amazing, amazing, amazing people that they are. Watch this.
I think he's going to jump out of the plane.
You're going to do it? Are you going to also or not?
And being celebrated by a team of corporate members, the entire staff of Solavei, standing there applauding. In my heart, I wanted to applaud back. But Solavei, we're here to celebrate people, and today I got to experience that firsthand. I have been treated like a queen these last few days. It has been nothing short of remarkable. Probably the thing I liked the most was being able to sit down with Ryan and Chantel and all of the executives and having the ability to have a voice, a real voice to the future of where Solavei is going. What Solavei means to me freedom. It means philanthropy. It means giving back. It means seeing the lives of ordinary people finally be able to achieve something extraordinary. Most importantly, Solavei with hope. I like to think that Solavei is really a chance for ordinary people to do something great. I'm Stacey Wallace, and I am Solavei.
He's so focused.
To be celebrated as social executives, but not one of us could be here without you, the members, and I cannot tell you what a joy it's going to be when you come out here to Bellevue, Washington, and I am going to be celebrating with you today. When I saw all those thousandaires on the stage, I just broke out crying because I realized we are making history, and together we're going to change the lives of millions of people. We were born for such a time as this.
Love it! And all of you across the United States and Puerto Rico, congratulations to every one of the thousands and those of you across the country who enabled those stories to take place. A big round of applause. Social connectors are just amazing, amazing individuals. Individuals that have built. Congratulations on becoming a thousandaire. To know that this year, remember that statement I made in November 2011, sitting on my floor in the closet. This year, Martin or the later and their family will have presents in the tree. Yes! It's like Harry Strickland. An incredible woman. Was an incredible little lady. As a genetic disorder. And she just brings light and love to your life the moment you even see her picture. Because of Solavei, her now being a thousandaire, her little daughter is able to have the swimming lessons that Carrie's going to provide for her. Carrie's able to spend the time with her daughter that only Solavei allowed her to stay. It's like Ryan and Bree Floyd in Florida. Ryan as a firefighter who got a hold of Solavei and said, you know what, I'm doing this for my family. And now with his wife Bree, receiving individuals that have day in and day out forged the path that have literally created tens of thousands of members across this country. And each one of the pictures you see in front of you, the hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of thousandaires that we have across the United States and Puerto Rico, each and every one of them has a story. Each and every one of them has something that steps outside of the pack and says, you know what? We choose to have something different. Each story is not about a title of thousandaires. It's a story about what that means. Like a couple weeks ago when I had the great opportunity to go to Modesto, California. Incredible, packed facility. Everyone speaking Spanish. And I had Marta Brito, an amazing woman, come up on stage with a smile on her face and tears coming down her eyes. And she told the story of what it meant to her to be a thousandaire. The story of last year in November, they didn't have enough money to put Christmas presents under a tree. And told her son, 8 years old, son, we don't have enough. And you know what his response was? It's okay, Mom. We've got Solavei. I got to tell you, the moment I saw the look on her eye here, across the United States, across Puerto Rico. It is the people that have made Solavei who we are. And so with that, it is tonight about you. Our birthday celebration, our first anniversary, is really about you. For tonight, we celebrate all of you across the United States, across Puerto Rico. Here in the Access, you are what makes Solavei, Solavei. Social thousandaires are nothing short. What was on top of that foundation? The technology that was created became companies that we all recognize as household names today.
Look at that.
When you think about in our first calendar year as a company, Solavei will do over $60 million. What will year 3 be? That you are a part of not only creating, but also gaining the rewards that's associated with creating that. Far different than Google, Facebook, and Apple, where it's a few. Here, it's our members that benefit by being a part of Solavei. We created tremendous technology. And the reality is with technology, it's just that. It's technology. At our core of a company, we're a technology company. The core of our company is we're a platform that happens to embrace a different methodology of distribution. Distribution that is actually transcending distribution today as we know it. Distribution that actually combines social and online application and interaction. So where individuals are the ones that actually make it happen. But to make that happen, it takes technology. So we think of ourselves just as that, as a technology company. But here's what I've learned in my life, now 2 decades being in telecommunications and technology. Technology is just that. For without a great product or great products, technology is just technology. It actually sits there. You actually have to have a product and services that actually enables technology to come to life.
Amen.
But technology and products by themselves are just technology products. Void of emotion, void of understanding, void of anything that would make us excited today. For technology and products without people is lifeless.
Yeah.
In our company, Solavei, it's the people that make this. The brands that are in front of your eyes right now, brands like Apple, that I believe we'll look at 5 and 10 years from now, that we'll look back and say, look what was created, and I was there when the foundation was laid.
There you go.
That is what. And as you think about the stories, over the course of the last 12 months, it's not the standing on a podium and getting the reward. It's not even getting that plaque. Or it's not getting that pat on the back. Or it's not even getting that deposit on your Solavei card. But it's been the many things that happen along the way. It's been the relationships. It's actually been the scars that you picked up. Because isn't it amazing? We as adults, we always talk about the stories of scars. The journey, the climb. It wasn't on top of the mountain. It was, do you remember when we had to go from this point to this point and what happened as we got there? That is the foundation that each and every one of you across the United States, across Puerto Rico, here in the Access tonight here in Seattle, Washington, have laid for this company to build, I believe, a company that 5, 10, and 15 years from now will be synonymous with some of the greatest names that you know today around the world.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
We have begun, and this foundation isn't a mere few. As September the 21st, 2012. For this foundation, on September the 21st, 2013, is over 250,000 members that have said yes, that we're ready for the next step.
Yes! Yes! What is that next step? We want to know. Talk to us.
Steve Jobs, where he says we have a whole lot of passion. We have to have a whole lot of passion for what we do. For any rational person, if they did not have that passion, would give up.
Yes. Right.
And I got to tell you what I see in this room tonight, and what I know we have across the United States with every one of you who are hosting a bash across this country tonight are filled with passion, because we would not be who we are today. We would not have done what we've done had it not been for each of you filled with passion. So here we are. We launched on September 21st of 2012. And there were so many thousands upon thousands of photos that I would have loved to have shown tonight of the many things that have been done this year. Still,
Brian Wirch, August 12th, 2012.
Larry, look from the scoreboard to your left and all the way to the scoreboard to your right. And that's how many people we have today excited, enthused, pre-registered to be a part of Solavei, approximately 30,000 people. Still, just a dream. And then, it was September 21st, 1 year ago.
September 21st, 2012.
Many of you that are here packed in this event, the access here in Pioneer Square, which one of the reasons why we're here tonight is it is absolutely fitting that this right now, Pioneer Square, is a birthplace of Seattle, the Pacific Northwest, and why we're here tonight all packed in and why so many of you across the United States are together. It was then when we launched the company, and believing what we had in front of us to take it from nothing but a dream, nothing but words of vision, nothing but words of a mission, and said, you know what, we together can make this a reality.
Yes. Yes.
There's a great quote, because what was amazing so I went back and looked at July, I looked at August, and I looked at September. At a time when it was nothing more than a dream. No different than the dream that I had in November of 2011, where I walked one morning early and found myself in our closet. Early one morning thinking. 6:30 in the morning, Chantel walks in and sees me there sitting in the closet, and obviously was not a position she would typically see me in the morning. And said to me, honey, what's going on, with tears in eyes. And I said, you realize that if we're successful with this, if we do what we set out to do, then next year at this same time, there'll be kids with Christmas presents under the tree.
Oh, yes.
July of 2012, when I made this post, and you see the sea of people there on the screen, and saying that someday there will be a day that we'll see that at an event. Do you realize today,
July 22nd, 2012, Brian Wirch.
There are far more than that across this country right now taking part in our very first event across the United States today. It was August of 2012 last year, and I sat with Larry Wallace at the Seattle Seahawks game, Go Hawks. And I sat there in amazing solution that you created. Each and every one of you across the United States, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands have created just that. And to think that it all started because of a vision. A vision that we all have embraced. This is more than a product. This is more than just us together saying, you know what, let's do something that hasn't been done before. We all grabbed hold of a vision where we said, you know what, we're going to positively impact of making commerce less expensive yet profitable. All beginning because of two key definitions that we see actually converging. Social commerce, where we see an online and social exchange occurring every day, where commerce begins being talked about, but not the actual economic exchange of those goods and services. But yet you take another word, which is called direct sales, and if you actually go to the dictionary, it's basically goods and services being distributed void of a retail location.
Yes.
You take those two words and bring them together. Together you see what we have now created as a company is a brand new definition that together collectively we will see in the dictionary.
Yes.
Because we together have created a social commerce network where today, using social and media, online media, together with a community of people together, where we're supporting social interaction on a daily basis with what we do, where users are contributing, and where we're assisting with the online buying and selling of goods and services. Ultimately, we're a direct reward, and let me underscore the word, reward.
Yes.
Yes.
Of those members who participate in the actual creation and exchange of value. And over the course of the last 12 months, that direct exchange has been almost $15 million.
So much is going on right now. Ryan, what did you tell me backstage? What is going on in
Okay, I just got to let you know that I was grabbed before I came out here to come back to the computer. I said, oh, is something wrong? Brooke, who manages all social for us, said, you have got to see this. I said, what's that? And she goes, we're number 4 in the entire world of Twitter right now.
Solavei band.
Number 4 in the world.
Solavei band.
They're making some noise for Solavei.
I mean, we have a lot of people here. We have 20,000 people with bashes. We have people tweeting, Facebooking, and you guys with your phones out, you better be tweeting and Facebooking these pictures for everybody. It's your responsibility. But I'm good.
Listen, everybody, we've got an exciting evening planned for you. Thank you for being here. I know people from all over. I talked to some folks from Brooklyn, from Texas, Oklahoma, Puerto Rico, Florida. That's right, all over the country in Puerto Rico that are celebrating. And people are joining us right now live all across the country.
All across the country and Puerto Rico. You know, in honor of Seattle, we started the wave. Can we do the Solavei wave right now? We're going to start from right here, and we're going to go all the way across. The first ever Solavei wave. And that's where you throw your hands up and you put them back down. Okay, ready? Starting right here, ready? Go!
I love Solavei people. Can we just take a minute and look again at that image of Ryan Birch all in? Would you do that? I would be terrified.
I think all these people would do that.
That is the theme, though. Is all in for Solavei. You know,
A community filled with a powerful idea. An idea that's spreading across the nation. It's shared with a small conversation, an inspiring story, a friendship, and it's growing into a movement welcomed by hundreds of thousands of people.
This is the beginning of a movement. Everyone here tonight, you are on purpose.
We've begun this journey together. We have gone great distances and reached new heights. Enduring relationships have been built, connections have been made, and lives have been touched.
This is a movement I believe will be unstoppable.
We've shared Solavei with new people. Together, we have made an impact. And now, continue this journey together to see how we can change the world.
I see today literally tens of millions of individuals throughout this country and around the world a part of Solavei.
This is just the beginning. It's time to go all in.
All in.